Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're up and running.
It's always a pleasure to see Paolo Maldini take to the pitch.
So would say anyone who understands the defender's art.
Well, bias comes easy for me when we talk about one of the greatest pros. He exudes calm, elegance, intelligence, an Italian giant.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. That's been cut out, well played. Beckenbauer. Now that looks a decent ball. Mohamed Salah is wide and looking to get onto this. Bergomi. And it's Nedved. And it's Cruyff. Cruyff is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And here's Suarez. Cruyff. Now it's Ribery. Nicely weighted ball. Lovely, now the shot, surely! Can he get it through? Lahm picks it up now. And he's there to clear it. Atletico Paranaense have reclaimed it. Lahm plays it in. That's a decent clearance. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Aims beyond the defence. And it's ended up in no man's land. And he can clear it away. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Back into the middle. Nedved. He's gone for goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
That's a shade optimistic. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Inzaghi. It's a good spell of possession, this. Cruyff. It's a threatening ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He can run onto that. Now it's Kaká. He's having a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Otto with the short one. Oh, nice touch. Oh, it's Luis Suarez! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. Otto plays it short. Here comes the cross. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Atletico Paranaense are looking to go forward now. And this is Neymar. Bergomi tries to clear. Filippo Inzaghi.
There will be one.
He won't be happy with that one. And the first half is done. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So, no breakthrough from either side. 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
And it's Inzaghi. Salah. Kaká. Nedved. And it's Cruyff. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Tries to play it through. Lofted in. Van Bouten is there, and he's going for goal! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Nedved clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Ball is over the line. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that is as far as they're going to go. Cleared without complication. Barcelona needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Salah. And there's green grass ahead of him. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Oh, he's onto this. And he's in on goal. It's Inzaghi! Beckenbauer. Mohamed Salah.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Great vision, and he's worked it through.
Barcelona clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Filippo Inzaghi. And no, that was never going to make it. And he's away. Cruyff. And this is Cruyff. And it's played into the middle. And he's taking no chances there. In again. And it's hoisted clear. Kaka.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 6, Suarez. Coming on the field is
somewhat off
number
target.
23, Mbappe.
And here's Mbappe. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 19, Mohamed Salah. Coming on to replace him is number 10, Messi.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Knocks it into space. A lot of space ahead of him. Rummenigge. And that is as far as it goes. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the
Hello,
next 2 hours,
everybody, and
it might
welcome
not
to
feel like
today's
that.
match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, we're on the way. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Bernal.
And Cruyff! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Cruyff clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Passing is crisp and sharp.
Cristiano Ronaldo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
That's a little off target. Looking for a runner. And he welcomes it in. Played into space. Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Ribery, and here's Cruyff. He's a sharp little ball here. Ribery! Goal! Atletico Paranaense! And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Atletico Paranaense have broken. He's got through, and he hits the net. They're level in a trice.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again.
It's needed! Goal! Atletico Paranaense! And they get themselves in front! The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Atletico Paranaense go into the lead. And this is Ribery, hangs in a cross. Ambitious ball here. And he's straight offside. Bernardo Silva. Mbappe. And he cuts out the supply. Ribery. Ribery! He scores! Again in a trice, and they are soaring!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Has a shot! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Oh, delightful ball. Pirlo. That's an imaginative pass. And this is Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! He's scored! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one.
There will be
Truly
3 minutes
superb.
at
A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
There's the whistle for half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. Well, time to catch your breath after a manic first half. Goals,
Hello,
goals and more
attendees.
goals,
This is a
but only one
lost
between
children's
them.
announcement. Would the father of a boy in a blue hat kindly make his way to the information center?
And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Perez. Lam did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Rijkaard. Aimed beyond the defence. He's through here. He's found Luis Suarez! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
And this is Ronaldo, and he's away. Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but his alertness has saved the day.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it.
Out to the right. Nedved. Has a look and place it forward. Nedved. That's been cut out, well played. Pirlo, who's set up one goal so far. Now he's got space here. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And this is Cruyff. Nedved. Now this could be a chance. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Shot, surely! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense, number 6.
Both sides then
Johan
taking this
Cruyff.
chance to turn to their
Number
benches.
5, Suarez. Number 9, Ribery.
Owen.
Coming on the field, number
Atletico
17,
Paranaense
Bale.
perhaps wondering what the
Number
best time is for
11,
their next
Filippo
substitution.
Inzaghi. Number 10, Messi.
That has sent him
Substitutions
sprawling.
taking place.
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
It's Inzaghi! Oh, that's ambitious. Pirlo. Could be danger here. And this is Owen. He's picked his way through. Owen! That's a decent clearance.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing... It's net! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Nedved actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Atletico Paranaense with the corner. They're first. Atletico Paranaense can try it again now. Corner number 2 then.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And that's a throw-in. And he's picked it up out wide. Now it's crossed into the middle. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Atletico Paranaense.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running.
Well, Xabi Alonso is the standout. He'll be looking to set the tempo and dictate the play here, Peter.
He is so integral to this team, isn't he?
Yeah, he has the quarterback influence on a team so that as soon as he gets on the ball, everyone starts making runs. He's a master passer and a beautiful manipulator of the ball.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Messi, and this is Messi. Somewhat off target, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Xabi Alonso. Well read, nice interception. Nedved, and it's Messi. Driving forward for Xabi Alonso. It's Alonso! Goal! Atletico Paranaense! And that was his 20th goal for this team. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you...
And the finish! He's got a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Barcelona really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Lahm did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Lahm has it out wide and in space. Oh, what a climb! Yes! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Now it's Neymar. The ball has bounced loose now. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Atletico Paranaense heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Lewandowski. Chance for a shot! It's bounced back off the post. 5 minutes till the break. Pinches it off him. Cruyff. Out towards the flank. Quick look, then plays it in. Has a look and plays it forward. Rijkaard.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And it's Cruyff. Platini.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Atletico Paranaense are relentlessly steamrolling their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without... Tries a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, that's a very decent ball now! Platini. Neymar. Out to the right. And it's Messi. And there's green grass ahead of him. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. Maldini. Atletico Paranaense are simply cruising along with this 3-goal lead. Platini. And the pass is intercepted. He's played it back. Now that's a lovely exchange. And that's gone loose. Xavi Alonso. Showing great feet there. And it's Michel Platini. Messi! Oh, crossbar! Oh, that's a waste.
Barcelona are stuck in a rut, and impatient putts at goal won't really help their cause here. They need somebody to communicate composure and something more constructive.
Xabi Alonso. Throw it. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Deftly away. Atletico Paranaense with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Up he goes! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
substitution.
Atletico Paranaense can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Atletico Paranaense are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Platini gets into some space. Now it's Platini. Gnabry. Now, can they get him away? Bale receives it in a wide position. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's a throw. And it's Lam. Can he get on the end of this? Gnabry plays it in. He gets big! Outstanding save to keep that out. Quality ball. Oh, good spread. And here's Gnabry. Lovely bit of skill. Lam. Aimed in towards the centre. Ahead by 3, but they won't want to take their foot off the pedal. Time and again they are repelled. Now it's Gnabry. That's good play. Lam could try cutting inside here. And he's there to clear it. Forlan.
2 added minutes has
Neymar.
been indicated.
Now it's Neymar. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one
And we'd
outcome.
like to inform you now that the latest
Your
travel
final thoughts,
information
Jim?
is
I
currently
think we
being
just saw a
displayed on
team
the screen.
winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
everybody, and
The
welcome
fans
to
have pulled out
today's
all the
match.
stops to make this a
Milan
monumental occasion.
against Atletico Paranaense.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And we're underway.
Clarence Seedorf is good enough to mix it up there with the best on the planet.
In practically every position.
Yeah, he can perform a whole number of roles in keeping with that Dutch trait of total football, and he can have the swaying influence here too.
Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Great chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him.
And a chance! Goal! They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Atletico Paranaense grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
He's a sharp little ball here. Up he goes!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
No way through. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Ribéry. Shot could be on. And Cruyff! Goal! Atletico Paranaense! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Atletico Paranaense get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And here's Eto'o. Eto'o. And he's managed to get free. He's having a shot! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Bergomi getting this one clear. In towards the back stick. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Eto'o. Eto'o! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Pelé. Oh, this is a terrific run. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Nicely aimed pass. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Great vision. Rijkaard. Pelé. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, what a ball! He's shifting through the gears here. So much time and space here. Shot a goal! It's bounced back off the post. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Atletico Paranaense come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. So
Please
there was
turn
the
your
first
attention
half.
to the screen
Oh, what
for
a half.
information
It's been
provided by the
pulsating and
local police.
totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
Atletico Paranaense head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Cruyff. Azar. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Seedorf. And this is Cruyff. He's picked his way through.
Seedorf.
Azar.
Maldini.
That's a little off target. Now it's Ribery. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Ribery. Now it's Cruyff.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Pele. Roberto Carlos. And this is Hullet. Now that looks a decent ball. Good ball over the top. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. And the shot! That's another chance!
Milan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And this is Hullet. And he's in, takes a shot! It's in! They've done it again! It is incredible!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Substitution in progress.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. This is quite a battle.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And it's Eto. Now it's Hullet. And this is Azar.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Rijkaard. Azar. Nice looking ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Gnabry. Out of play for a throw. And he's managed to gift it back. Now, can they get him away?
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And it's Nedved. Nicely weighted ball. Delivers the chance! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Deep into stoppage time. That's an imaginative pass. Schmeichel breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And that is that. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Atletico Paranense
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The
everybody,
game
and
yet to
welcome
kick
to
off.
today's
The
match.
excitement already
Milan
palpable.
Against Atletico Paranaense.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
It's impossible to ignore the genius that is Andrea Pirlo. He plays a deeper midfield role, but his whole game is designed to spray passes forward.
Just one of a kind.
Yeah, these guys now are almost extinct.
He just refused to budge, and he's got his way. Xabi Alonso, distributed tidily. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Platini. He's found a way through. Platini. Platini puts the ball in. Bergomi getting this one clear.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And so we have the first set piece of the game. Was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So, a breakthrough already.
Atletico Paranaense really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And it's Messi. Looking for up. And the shot! Sticks it away! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. So that's two now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Neymar goes on a charge down the left. No, he's not getting any further than that. Well, that pass isn't the best. He's gone for goal! Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Lewandowski. Now it's Ribery. That looks a good ball through. Cannavaro defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. It's a throw-in. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And that pass just didn't quite work. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Vieira wins the duel this time.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Nedved! Nedved! And he nearly went all the way.
Nedved just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Lahm gathers from the goal kick. Cruyff. Xabi Alonso. It's Nedved! He has done it! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any
They'll
sort
be
of
3
indecision.
minutes at a
They need to
time.
sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter.
There's the whistle for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Substitution.
That gets things going for the second half.
Atletico Paranense really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Raul, looking to play him in. Atletico Paranaense come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change.
Great chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Bale actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Atletico Paranaense with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he gets rid in a hurry. Bale gets into a good position. Deep cross. Platini. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Lam. He's got away. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he gets big! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Substitution for Milan, number 14.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Neymar.
So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
Number 27, Serginho. Number 22, Kaká. Substitution in progress.
Pirlo. Can he get it through? This looks promising. And the shot! And he hits the net! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Milan go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
He's a sharp little ball here. Takes a shot! Yes! And the lead is extended still further. So smooth. A signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
Milan blast themselves into a 3-goal lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
In towards the back stick. Now, what about a counter-attack? That's a little off target. Threads one in, and he's picked out the run. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
The referee has given a corner.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Thuram clears it away. And that has left him in a heap. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
And that is that. Atletico Paranaense suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already we're underway here. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Well, that is one way to stop him. Caresses it through. It's a mighty effort! He will be livid with himself.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Ribéry tries to pass it through. He's played it long. Passing is crisp and sharp.
And it's Nedved.
Luis Suarez is having a shot! Into the pieces! There it is! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And he's gone looking for safety. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Cruyff. Lewandowski. Goes for the shot! Lacking in accuracy.
Atletico Paranense have found chances hard to come by, so that's perfectly understandable.
Maldini gathers from the goal kick. Alonso. Now it's Cruyff. That's an imaginative pass. Well read, nice interception. Ah, he's given it away. It's Luis Suarez! Goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Liverpool are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Oh, well measured. No way through. Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, cracking ball. He's going for goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And they can counter here. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Aimed beyond the defence. Liverpool have it back.
There will be
They
one
can
more
go.
added time.
Just cruising! They are cruising! And they're at it again in double quick time. That is lovely. Finished. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side,
To the screen
misery on the
for
other.
Information on our shuttle bus service.
Substitutions taking place.
That gets things going for the second half. Atletico Paranaense decide to shake things up. There has been a change in personnel. And it's Cruyff. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Applies the off the post.
Suarez really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner.
And Cruyff! Oh, screamer! He's got himself an absolute peach. Over the hills and far away. No catching them now. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Ribéry is on his own. Oh, denied at the last.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Looking for options for movement. Oh, just shoots! Well, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
Atletico Paranense certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And we have our very first corner. Costa Curta with the clearance. Out to the right. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That's been cut out, well played. Luis Suarez. Atletico Paranaense perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And this is Luis Suarez. Guti. Guti! Into the last quarter of an hour. Searching pass he's played there. Nice interception, well timed. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Guti. Now it's Bale. Now it's Luis Suarez. Distributed tidily. Looking for the run. Now there's a find. He's had a shot!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Cruyff does really well to win the ball there. Nicely weighted ball. Great chance! Keeper always had the measure of that.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
That has been knocked clear. Atletico Paranaense are looking to go forward now.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And he was quick to react. Looking to play him in. And this is Ribéry. Oh, that's a foul and the whistle's gone. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all. He's having a good look here. A real chance then to ease this unpleasant predicament. Nedved! And that may well be that. That is that. Atletico Paranaense cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply
And now,
brushed them off.
please turn towards the screen for a
Your final
special
thoughts, Jim?
presentation featuring
One-sided
our guest
and only
performers
one
today.
winner.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The
Hello,
game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome
The
to
excitement
today's match.
already palpable.
Netherlands against Atletico
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are...
He's going for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Pulls it back. He's got Tool. And the header is disappointing in the end.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Foot in. Well, that looks a decent ball. And this is Messi. Shot a goal! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Quarter of an hour played. No goals as yet. Gets a good foot in there. Messi looking to penetrate opposition lines. And he was quick to react. Nesta.
Well, we're in the presence of a true great of Italian football.
You're talking Bergami?
Yeah, he can perform anywhere across the back four. And thanks to his discipline, he makes it all look seamless. Incredibly...
And the finish! Goal, the Netherlands! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects.
Real chance! It's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Atletico Paranaense grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Cruyff. Aimed beyond the defence. Messi. Schneider. Now it's Luis Suarez. Rijkaard. Nagatomo has it out wide and in space. And Del Piero! Now it's Torres. And this is Cruyff.
There will be 1 minute.
Now there's a
added
fine
time.
ball. Shoots! Goal! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goal.
And the first half is done. Atletico Paranaense come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. So there was the first half.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Atletico Paranaense are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half. He's being urged to shoot. Schneider. And it's Del Piero. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Maldini makes the interception. Schneider. And the pass is intercepted. Vieira gets it clear. Rijkaard. And it's Schneider. Out towards the flank. Nagatomo. A header! Caught offside that time. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Rijkaard. Now it's Iniesta. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Oh, well played, well played.
The Netherlands really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Nicely weighted ball. Oh, no joy this time. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. That's a lovely, neat pass. He's a sharp little ball here. He can run onto that. Great ball. Messi! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot around the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2
Hello,
hours,
everybody,
it might
and
not feel
welcome to
like that.
today's match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements, overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Maldini gets across to intercept that. Totti. Very nicely done. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And no, that was never going to make it. First quarter of an hour gone. That has ended up in no man's land. Can he get it through? Maldini with the slide tackle there. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Forlan. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Atletico Paranense clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He's going for goal! And he's straight offside. Play cross-field, changing the point of attack. Royce puts his foot on the gas. That's good running with the ball. Maldini demonstrating his defensive quality there. Just eases him off the ball. Vitinha is the team's great visionary. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. And this is Messi. And Messi! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Xavi Alonso. And here's Kvaratskhelia. Atletico Paranaense do have a chance to counter here. Now, can they get him away? It's a big chance! And it's come back out to him. He's scored!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer.
And he's on. And the first half is done. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
And the shot! He scores! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Atletico Paranaense are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Driving forward. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Well, That defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Chelsea have got it back, and they'll have another go. Royce.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And he's going to be disappointed with that. 60 minutes played. Kvaratskhelia! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Oh, that's a key interception. Royce powering forward here. Real chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught napping. And it's Caceres. Vieira. Taken back almost at once. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Cruyff. Oh, just takes a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Atletico Paranaense with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Diego Forlan. Number 23, Kvaratskhelia. Number 11.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Has a shot!
Coming on
Got to
the
be quick
field.
to recover this.
Number 20, Andy Cole. Number 25, Batistuta. Number 18,
Xabi Alonso.
Figo. Substitution in
Let's
progress.
look and place it forward.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Nedved. Cole. Spread out to the left. Looking to play him in. Cross flung in towards the middle. And smartly reclaimed. Takes the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And here's Batistuta. Xavi Alonso. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Oh, he's gone for goal! It's anyone's ball now. Can he stop it going out? That is lovely.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that is that. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Monaco against
These
Atletico
high, steep
Madrid.
stands at Signal Iduna Park really do create an intimidating environment for every visiting side. We have already started here. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
I'm just so pleased that Andy Robertson here is finally getting the plaudits he deserves. When you consider the journey he's had from the lower tiers in Scottish football, he's become a real success story of hard graft and hunger, and you can really see that in his no-nonsense style. He's won with a very steely, determined streak.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Lahm is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Played in, climbs up big! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
And here's Cruyff. Oh, Messi! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. And that should get the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's managed to get free. Mbappe, there he goes, motoring forward. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's one-on-one, and the shots! Goal! Atletico Paranaense! The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Yeah, I had a feeling we were going to see something like this, Peter. They're always looking to lure and lunge at you and hit you on the break. And it's very nicely done.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Threads one in. That's been slit through. Now then, the ball's come loose. Plays a sharp little ball here.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Now it's Messi.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That has been slung wide. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. That pass has been well intercepted. Looking to play him in. And here's Messi. Great ball, and he's in. Chance, surely! It's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. That was easy, almost too easy.
Messi really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can
Tries a shot! Yes! And they're at it again in double quick time. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Atletico Paranaense find a position of real strength now. Oh, shooting chance! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
This possibly the last play of the half. That's really well cleared. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Atletico Paranaense 3-0 up at the break, precisely as they would have dreamt it. So we're just settling back into this second half. Rijkaard. Now looking to orchestrate a counter, and this is Forlan. Nedved. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's been played through. He has found the way through. Plenty to aim at here. Saliba did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He's got away. Nedved! So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And this is Messi, and this is Cruyff. Lovely bit of skill. Here comes the cross.
Well played and well cleared.
Quality
The
ball.
attendance for this match was
Vinicius Junior running with the ball.
60,810.
And he's been shifted off it. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He's tried one! Johan Cruyff, unequalled in the history of our beautiful game. About as smooth as it gets. Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. Well, how's that for a class finish? And yes, it's him again. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. And that could set him on his way. Oh, look! Luis Suarez! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. It's Forlan! Well, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Maldini gets it away. Atletico Paranaense are looking to go forward now. Nedved. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Cruyff. Vinicius Junior. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! Oh, that is outstanding! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Swift, incisive, deadly, all done in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, well, the opposition had plenty of warning here, Peter. Look at how quick they were going the other way.
minutes has
Exactly
been
what you
indicated.
need when you're playing on the counter-attack.
They're still trying to make a game of this. And he shoots! Really well taken goal. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he... So that's it. It is all over. It's a super show all round. Both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evident... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Manchester United against
And
Atletico
few venues rise
Madrid.
to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. So we're up and running. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute.
And the shots! Now, who's going to be first to this? And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Now that looks a decent ball. He's got away. Cross to the back post. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Now it's Luis Suarez. And he's found a way past. It's Nedved! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Nedved clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Mbappe! He will be livid with himself. And it's Luis Suarez. Mbappe! Shot, surely! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Manchester United have their second corner now. That has been knocked clear. And here's Mbappe. Atletico Paranaense have the chance to go the other way. Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Ribery. No goals as yet. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Ribery. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
There's no shortage of great...
Chance for a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Suarez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
So, third corner of the game. And he gets rid in a hurry. He's having a go! That was superb goalkeeping!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Manchester United get their fourth corner. Oh, what a climb! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Now it's Luis Suarez. Genuine physical edge about this game, it is quite attritional. That is good alertness. Xavi Alonso, and this is Ribery. Played out to the left flank. Oh, nice touch. And he's had a hit! Goal! Atletico Paranaense! And Atletico Paranaense take the lead. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will come.
Goes for a shot! It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Atletico Paranaense are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Atletico Paranaense have scored 2 quick goals here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. And here's Suarez. Xavi Alonso tries to play it through, and he welcomes it in. Cruyff, big chance! And it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think...
And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Just a quick announcement.
Atletico Paranaense absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Atletico Paranaense are relentlessly steamrolling their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 11, Suarez.
And we're off again.
Number 9.
Now it's
Messi.
Ribery.
Number 10.
Oh, that's superb.
Number 3.
Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty.
Number 21.
Atletico Paranaense
Mbappe.
presented with a
Coming on the
golden
field,
opportunity here.
Number 25, Owen. Number 7, Hazard. Number 2, Neymar.
To increase the lead.
Number 23, Pele. Number 8, Diego Forlan.
Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Atletico Paranaense are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Xavi Alonso. And this is Ribery. Ribery! It's in! quality hurts.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're
And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.